Hello, Heartlifters. We're here at a very important place in our unhurried holiday journey where we need to take a pause. Yeah, we need to catch our breath. In fact, we need to take a few deep breaths. About now, you're probably fast into all the preparations, all the shopping, all the seemingly madness of preparing for our upcoming Christmas holiday. We've passed Thanksgiving, and now we're full on speed train, bullet train, moving forward into Christmas. So we want to take a pause. We want to take time to breathe. And so we're going to focus today on breath prayers. A beautiful contemplative practice of praying as you inhale and exhale. And it has been used by Christians for generations as a way to be still and know that God is God. Breath prayer is simply an invitation to take a moment to pause, to Selah, as it says in the Psalms, to breathe and center your thoughts on the reality of the Creator who dwells in you and among you always. As you inhale and exhale deeply, ask God to help you become mindful or watchful as we are expressing in this journey. Watchfulness, just like the shepherds who are watching in the fields at night. Become watchful and mindful of your breath and your body. I always like to say, place your hand over your heart. It instantly will calm you down. In our overwhelming daily realities, especially you parents, this is especially for you today. Parents of children of all ages, because every stage and age of parenting has its own challenges. It's just so easy to become disconnected, isn't it, from who God has created us to be. He's created us to be fully human with a connected heart, soul, mind, and body. If parenting is a continual undoing, these breath prayers act as a tangible invitation to let God piece us back together, breath by breath. Oh, just the word breath. Take a breath. You can say these prayers that I'm going to bring to you today, and I'm bringing them to you from the beautiful writing of Kayla Craig. You're going to hear from Kayla very, very soon. In her beautiful book, To Light Their Way, a collection of prayers and liturgies for parents, this book is stunning. It is a breath of fresh air. It is a breath prayer in and of itself. And she writes, you can say these prayers silently or repeat the words aloud. Whether you're rocking a baby, helping with homework, stuck in traffic, fixing dinner, setting up decorations, you can integrate these mindful moments into the rhythms of your day. Remember, one of the most important parts of our unhurried holiday journey is to create a sacred, beautiful morning ritual using Amy Anderson's ritual acrostic. So we want to add this now into our practice, our daily practice. We have our morning ritual, but maybe we'll add breath prayers at noon and in the evening. Many of the prayers that Kayla brings to us here in this chapter are very simple and easy to memorize or pray, even pray with your children. So we're going to close our eyes, unless you're driving, and you're going to settle. You're going to settle your body. And as I say all the time, this is really hard if you're just beginning the practices of stillness, silence, and solitude. It will not come easy. So even if you only begin with 30 seconds, you have a victory on your hands. There's no right or wrong way to do this, Kayla writes. Maybe you'll find, like I just said, like resting your hand on your heart or your stomach, which is your third brain. There are 500 billion neurons in your stomach, in your gut, and 100 billion in your brain. So our solar plexus, our stomach area, is very critical. Or maybe it'll just work for you to pray to yourself as you go on a walk. Remember that saunter, sit, and see that I write about in Stronger Every Day. Take a saunter. Practice a breath prayer. You might repeat this one breath prayer all day. Or maybe just in the morning or the afternoon or the evening. It's up to you. You're in charge. It does help to turn off the lights or to light a candle or to create some atmosphere. Invite your children in, invite everyone in your family to just come. Let's have our breath prayer for today. Whatever your circumstances, you can integrate these simple phrases into the rhythms of your day. Pray them at any time or in any place. You see, the God that you and I love, the God of all things, is already there. I'm going to give you a few breath prayers so that you can return to this specific episode, this meditative exercise here in the middle of our journey, and come to these when you need them, and even when you don't. Let's start with for when you're tired. You're going to inhale, I'm weary. I'm weary. You give me rest. 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 Use this breath prayer to check in on how you're doing. How is your mind? How is your body? Are your shoulders scrunched? Are you tightening your jaw? Are your toes and fingers curled? Are you knotted inside? And then in Matthew 11:28, Jesus welcomes us, his weary and burdened, and he offers to give us rest. So give yourself a minute, or as long as you need, to just stop and let your breath become a prayer, accepting Jesus' offer for divine soul rest. Inhale, I'm weary. Exhale, you give me rest. I'm weary. You give me rest. I'm weary. You give me rest. And as I share with my clients, if you've experienced trauma or you've been traumatized, or even if you've been under a season of duress or distress, getting a breath can be challenging. So be patient. Offer yourself lots of grace and compassion. And the more you practice these beautiful breath prayers, you will finally get a second breath, a third breath, a fourth breath. A breath prayer for when you feel alone. The holidays can be very lonely, even if you're in the middle of a bustling home of people and family. You might get an overwhelming wave of loneliness. Just let that wash through your body. like a wave washes onto the shore. No feeling, no emotion lasts forever. They come and they go, just like the waves. A breath prayer for when you feel alone. Inhale, you won't fail me. You won't fail me or abandon me on the exhale. You won't fail me or abandon me. You won't fail me or abandon me. Now, I tend to like to say the breath prayer in my mind while I'm breathing, but you can do it out loud as well. It's up to you. It's whatever works for you. So here, I'm just going to practice saying it in my mind, but I'll breathe here with you and give you that opportunity to experience an inhale and exhale, and you can say that in your mind. So inhale is you won't fail me. Exhale or abandon me. You won't fail me or abandon me. People, places, and policies will disappoint. But God will not fail or abandon you, Heartlifter, just as He never failed or abandoned His people. This breath prayer is from Joshua 1:5. May you feel stronger every day and more courageous by the minute as you breathe in and out the promise that God will not disappoint, even when others do. A breath prayer for when you're afraid. You know, sometimes family and family gatherings can be super difficult. And the holidays they bring out some memories that perhaps have a negative charge still attached to them, and you might feel your heart race and your palms sweat. The tone of someone's voice in the room, or the look of a face, or just the name being spoken out loud. Yeah, it can trigger you. So a breath prayer for when you're afraid. On the inhale, I see you in the wind and the waves. I won't be afraid. On the exhale, I see you in the wind and the waves. I won't be afraid. Breath on the inhale. I see you in the wind and the waves. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Because you see me. You are with me. You are Emmanuel. God with us, God with me. Heartlifter, your breath prayers can lead one into the next, into the next, into the next, until you have a big, big breath prayer. So good. A breath prayer for when you need to guard your tongue. Whew. Yes, there will be times. There will be a time, as it says in Ecclesiastes 3, there will be a time to speak, because some of us are working on being assertive, having a healthy, godly assertiveness in our life. Some of us need to hold our tongues and let other people talk, and we just listen. A breath prayer for when you need to guard your tongue. On the inhale, may my words and my heart, and on the exhale, be pleasing to you, O God. May my words and my heart be pleasing to you, O God. Take a minute, Heartlifter, to breathe in and breathe out. Remember, we're creating a new rhythm, a new ritual, and a new practice that's going to surpass just an unhurried holiday season. It's going to move with us into the new year because we're creating a new rhythm, a new ritual, and a new practice. May your words, the words that come out of your mouth and your meditations inside of your heart, be pleasing to God. This prayer is from Psalm 19:14. Heartlifter, enjoy this new practice of breath prayer. May it fill your lungs and your heart and your mind and your entire body with the peace that passes all understanding. Until next time.